Good morning. Ooh. Always one thing. Always, I forget one thing. Okay, let's get this feedback squared away. Okay, that should be testing 1, 2, 3. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios on this 10.13.2025. Current time 06:02 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside. We're right on the money. We started right at 6 o'clock this morning, and that was just 2 minutes ago. So we're up and we're up regular time. Just got everything squared away. No other than the feedback there. And I am Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Rumble. At Fireman Rich over on X is my mainstay for all postings of on social media. That's where I do all my postings basically. But I do post on other platforms. Just Google at Fireman Rich and you'll see the list of fine social media platforms that I am on. Good morning, Tina. Tina, our Jersey girl is in. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Get my thoughts in sync with my my lips here. And good morning, Double J's coming in from an undisclosed location somewhere down there in the southern hemisphere, as that goes. And Double J says, "Oh, my ears now." Okay, it's sorry. I forget to plug in the phone. I have it on Rumble Studios. That's like my producer. Like if this goes down, that's how I reset. I still can maintain the continuity of the broadcast. I keep on forgetting to put that earplug in because I can turn the volume all the way down, but because it's on Rumble Studios, it comes through for some reason. So I think there's probably a mute button in the background, but I don't want to go that deep into the files there. But good morning. Sorry about the the feedback. And Tina saying good morning to Double J's, and Double J saying um, hello to Tina. And yes, Tina, it is a Monday. It is the beginning of a new week. Working towards the weekend, and if that's the only problem I have this morning, feedback, that'll be good. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I did. It was a good weekend. We did Tony D's. I was on Tony D's broadcast yesterday. Bell Kings Fantasy Football. That was a good broadcast. We all was Michael, myself, and Tony. Tony's broadcast there, and we had a great show. Great broadcast. Watched it on the replay. I reposted the link on my X page at Fireman Rich, and it's also over on Twitch. I tried to get when I'm on Tony's D's broadcast, Bell Kings Fantasy Football. I try and put it on here on Rumble and Twitch, but for some reason the Rumble didn't click in on the restream. I guess I got to reestablish connection to Rumble on Restream. I don't use Restream. I use Rumble Studios. I like Rumble Studios because we get this up here. We get an indication we have one person on Rumble, one person on Locals, nobody on YouTube, 3 people on Twitch, nobody on Facebook as of yet. We don't get comments on Facebook and Twitch or X. We got 3 people. We don't get comments on X, and this is for Kick, the little chain there. That's and we don't get comments on X. But I do have my my tablet on X as far as that goes, and it looks like I'm going to do the I'll be the blue mark, I guess, for another year. I guess I just I accidentally I could cancel it now, but it's just I don't like calling up cancel. It's just I'll go another year with the blue check mark, and then I got it in a cancel state. I should have done it before the 10th, which was Friday, and I did it on Friday, and I thought I canceled it. I didn't get any reply email saying it's been canceled. Then I look back on the X and it says it's canceled October 10th, 2026. So it's next year. And I was like, screw it. The missus said, just go ahead and have it for another year. So I guess I paid I think it was $73. Last year I paid $50. So it averages out. I paid $60 a year. So I got it in a cancel state next year. So we'll see what happens. I might change. Let's see what happens with X. X is starting to get a little funky, I guess, a little bit. So a lot of people aren't using it. Organizations and companies are using it, but average people are not using it. And there's a few things that I have a little concerned about, but I don't think Elon's going to listen to this little minuscule of a fish in the ocean as far as what I think of it. I still like X. Okay, X is a good platform as far as that goes. And I do. There are some other fine social media platforms, but X is the best for me right now, and I still will be with it and stuff like that. And let's see. Tina says, since yesterday, my phone keeps going out. Strange. Oh, does it? Oh, okay. Oh, and we have Liberty. Liberty, hope you had a good weekend coming in from the Buffalo, Niagara area. Thank you very much. How was your trip down? The last time you were here, you said you were going to take a trip down through the southern tier to see the foliage. Was the foliage pretty? Was it pretty good, or was it mediocre, or on a scale of 1 to 10, what was it? As far as I think it was probably about a 6 or 7 overall from in my area right now that I saw. But good morning. The missus isn't up yet. Oh, yes, she is.
Good morning. Whoever's there, good morning.
She says good. She just got up. She just got up. The missus says good morning, whoever's there. And not at all. Actually, a lot of bare tree. Oh, okay. So the leaves have already fallen. Okay. So what they're saying on the news, yeah, I would say the leaves, pretty much the walnuts, they're those first ones to lose their leaves. They're pretty much gone and stuff like that. let's see, color spots here and there. Okay, so sort of mediocre then as far as that goes. I know when I was stationed up there at Hanscom Field outside Boston, going up to New Hampshire during the fall, it's gorgeous up that way. And Tina says, "Good morning to Mrs." Thank you, Tina. She's up and about. She's going to be getting her coffee here. Thank you, appreciate that. And she says, "Good morning to you all this morning." And but I had a pretty good weekend. We had the broadcast, Tony's broadcast yesterday, and let's see, we took a ride on the first. We thought we would see some color. Okay, gotcha. And let's see. And this Friday, the Battlefield 6 was dropped. So I've been on that this weekend with my good friend Wingnut. We've been playing that instead of PUBG Battlegrounds. And Battlegrounds or Battlefield 6 is off the hook, folks. Oh my God. Me and Wingnut yesterday he was the tank driver and he had the big gun. I had the I think it was a small cannon or something like that on the gun, and we were just doing it up and stuff like that. And Wingnut's doing pretty good on it. I'm just barely getting by and stuff, but it's fun. We've been doing that this weekend. I watched a couple of listened to a couple podcasts, watched some live streams, some YouTubes. I purchased something Saturday. And I'm not sure. It's not going to. The deliveries are not going to start until November, and I'm going to leave it as a surprise. But there's an item of surprise that's going to be coming here in the next month and a half, I guess. It's my early Christmas present to myself, and let's see. Oh, Friday. That's right. It was Friday. Friday the 13th. Boo. Friday the 13th. Today's Monday the 13th. No, it's not Friday. Okay, you just realized. Okay, I was just wondering. I was looking at. Oh shoot! Did we just crap out on our? Damn it! Let's see. I think we just crapped out on our comments there on the thing. So let's see if that goes. Yeah, see, I got to do it from the thing. No, it's not Friday. Yeah, it's Monday. It's Monday the 13th. Okay. You had me looking at the calendars like, well, it was the 10th. The 10th was Friday. And let's see if we can get this. No, we got to reset. Let's see. I know I'm retired. The days run all. Well, yeah, they do for me. But the one thing that keeps them separate, Monday through Friday, that's when I do my walking, and Saturday and Sunday, they still feel like the weekend. So, but yeah, retirement will do that to you, Liberty. It will do that. Oh, by the way, I do have the morning coffee. I do have to mention that this is a morning coffee broadcast. And let's see, is that going to work? No, that's not going to work. So unpin. I'm going to have to do it from the. I'll do it from the phone, I guess. I don't want to do a reset right now. I'll just pin it from the phone as far as that goes. It's good. Let's see. Yeah, I must have. And the coffee, yes. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and let's see. Let me turn the camera on. Okay. All right. We're doing a reset. It says must be room and administrator to pin a. I am administrator. It does this. Okay. Do you want me to go on X instead of no? Stay on Rumble. Stay on Rumble. No. This is with me. This is just the Rumble Studios. Rumble's still good. You're good on X or you're good on Rumble. Stay on Rumble, Liberty. I appreciate you being on Rumble. No, I just have to. I just got to restart this, and I'm on the phone right now. This is the phone view right here. So what I do is the comments on the Rumble Studio client on the PC, I can't hit the button and I can't pin them. So what I have to do is I got to refresh the browser. When I refresh the browser, it shuts the PC, the computer Rumble down, but I'm still online here on the phone. I'm on the phone right now. It's just a little trick I found. Okay, there it is, and it wants me to sign back in. So I sign back in as the administrator, and then I just come back in, and I just come back in like that, and I turn off my camera. Like, well, I got to turn on my camera, and we're back. There I am. Okay, and I'll turn off this. And I turn on this mic, and then we're back. And now I can pin comments as far as that goes. So let's see. And then I got to bring these I don't have those beginning comments now. So let's see. If I was to put all, and I say good morning, all, and then and see, I can pin the comments now. See, now I can repin the comments from the computer as far as that goes. So okay, so we're back online. Okay, that's good. We're golden. We're golden as far as that goes. So and plus we have comments, and I get the comments. Let's see, I get them from Rumble. I get them from locals. There's locals, and the comments from Twitch comes in. There's a good morning for Twitch and YouTube, and then I've got control back on the comments now on the main screen. Speaking of which, let's see, who do we have over on Kick? We have Kick. That's one of our network of 7 platforms. Okay, we're over on Kick. And let's see, let's go to the dashboard instead of that. Let's see on the dashboard, and we have nobody on Kick as of yet. Let's go to the Facebook, checking the Facebook out here. And Facebook is looking good, and we're on X Live on the X Live, and we have 2 people over there, 3 people, folks, three people. Thank you very much. So we have a network of 7 channels here. Just to clarify, a network can be a group of people or a group of things, and my things are the channels that I broadcast, and that's right there. That's my network right there, and it goes out to the people, and we have people on all those platforms, and I think that's a very good example of a network, not a network where you have people that come and go. I don't know. I was watching one broadcast that it just seems like they have a revolving door of people, but we wish them well, though. We wish them well. Just watching some stuff this weekend, both on YouTube and X or Twitch and Rumble. I posted a couple things from the Rumble there this past weekend. From who was that guy? The Rubin Report, at Rubin Report. I listened to him over on Rumble. He's a very good, astute individual, very in tune with things and very observant. And I like him. I like him very much as far as that goes. And I know there's a lot of people that will not like him that are sort of left leaning and stuff like that. But I think he tells the straight scoop on things and recognize things as far as what they are. Takes the facade away that might be dripping down from our mainstream media, I guess you could say. But it had a good weekend overall. It's fall. Fall is here. Oh, Friday night. I forgot. Friday night we did go to the Copernicus Observatory, and we got a good presentation. And I want to bring up their YouTube channel because I subscribe to them. Let me bring that up. Copernicus. And this is they have a very active YouTube channel, and actually the lecture that we got is actually posted up there as far as that goes. And let's see, I'm going home today, fully re- not fully rehab, not fully rehab needed. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. Yeah, prayers to you, Tina. You'll do all right. You get back home and you get back in the swing. I know when I had my operation years back for my prostate cancer, um, I wanted to get home the next. I wanted to get home that afternoon, but I had to wait there a day, and they said that I had to get up and walk around the nurses station and up and down the hallway a couple times. And that next morning, that was still connected with a lot of tubes, drainage tubes, and all that sort of, and IVs and stuff. And then, well, the IV they put on a thing that I had to wheel around with me and stuff like that. So, yeah, Tina, no place like home to heal. Yeah, and I agree with that, Liberty. Tina will be, she was at home, but I guess she went backwards a little bit where she couldn't walk or something like that. So it's better to be back in the medical facility and stuff like that. So let me bring this web page up here. Oh, who's that? Who do we got there? Let me see. Who do I got there? Okay, that's nothing there. That's just a notification. Let me go ahead and bring this down because I do want to highlight this. Friday, we did go to the Copernicus Observatory, and I sort of talked about it Friday morning. And man, I've lived here. I've been out of the service 28 years, and it's right down the road here. It's about a 30-minute drive, and what is it? It's the first time I've been there, and I saw some things there as just like, well, let me get to the web page here to bring that up. Here, hang on, just a minute, folks. Let me bring that up. Here it is. And I would really emphasize, why don't you go ahead and follow these folks. Let's see. Did you watch the stars? It's a good place to. It's a good place. No, we were looking at the stars. Let me say, when we were there at Copernicus. Let me bring this up here first. Here's their webpage right here, and we had this lecture, and the lecture is this one right here, Fall Skies. This one right here, October 15th, and what is it? It is something, folks. It is something. They once we. Oh, what's going on here? I got to refresh that. Once we got done with it was about an hour lecture about what's going on in the fall skies, and this is the YouTube of it as far as that goes. Let me bring this up.
The max you can go up to is.
This is the gentleman I was talking to right here.
But like you could go to the Roberson Museum to have a lot of mostly new faces, at least for me. Here for our Friday night program.
Yeah, there was a lot of, I mean, there was probably about 35 to 40 people in the audience, and only 2 people. You can become a member of the Copernicus Observatory, and they have 3 giant telescopes. Okay, they're not the big ones, but they're good size ones. They're like almost 5 times or 6 times larger than my telescope. They have a 20-inch disc reflector to where I have a 6-inch, so that'd be what, 3 times as powerful, maybe more. But anyway, they we got done with the lecture with this gentleman, and there was a individual there. She had what, how did it work? She had her yeah, but she had her her bachelor's in physics, and then her master's in astronomy, or else it's the other way around or something. Like she had her master's in, and very good lecture, and then after the lecture, there was another gentleman. We went outside to the back of the observatory, and you could look up and you could see to the north the Big Dipper, and he had this laser, and it was a clear night Friday. You couldn't have any clearer of a night. Saturn was coming up in the east, and we're looking towards the northeast or northwest, and you saw the Milky Way, and he was using this laser, and he was pointing to the stars, and it was so cool to see that. The whole sky was his canvas. There was a couple airplanes that are flying by, and somebody said, well, you don't want to point that near the airplane. He says, no, this only goes up about 2,000 feet. This it won't touch, it won't, it's a low level. But the effect of that laser, it was like the whole sky was his canvas to point to, and it was so cool. And then we got to look at through the telescopes. There's 3 telescopes. They got 3 medium-sized telescopes with the domes, and they open it up and stuff. And this one telescope, I don't know what the stars were, but when you look through a telescope, all you see is you see the moon. It's all white, and then if you look at a star, it's a pin light, but it's all white. Well, through this one telescope, that was probably about the length of this telescope was probably about 15 feet. And I looked, he said, you can see these 2 stars, and you can see one is red and one is blue. And I looked at it and I said, oh my God, look at that. I'm looking at and this place, Copernicus, they've taken pictures that, Harvard University, the museums down in New York City, natural history and all that, they've contacted these people to get pictures of various stars, and they're in books and stuff like that. Says, be right back. I need to. Okay, Tina. It was just a really fun night. We spent about three and a half hours there, as far as that goes, resetting my phone. Okay, Tina. And so I had a grand time. I'm going to be going back here again, probably in a couple months or so, as far as, well, weather permitting, because we're going to winter. But this gentleman was good, and what they had something there that I thought I would never. I was surprised to see, and we all realize that the space shuttle. That was a program where they had the space shuttle launched and stuff like that. Well, what they had on display, in each shuttle, there's 5 boxes for their navigation and avionics systems, okay? There's 5 boxes. They're 5 computer boxes. They're about yay big and yay wide. They had one of them from the challenge, or not from the challenge, from one of the I think it was whatever the first space shuttle that was going to launch, I think. Or one of the shuttles, okay? But they're all the same. They're the same type of box in every shuttle, these, okay? And the people, and I look, and I knew this myself, but they had a good display on there, and they're talking about it. Well, those computer boxes, they were built in Endicott by IBM back in the late 70s. Because they have a program, and Lockheed, or was it Lockheed that took over it, I guess, or something like that. But they have, because they bought the company, or they bought the, well, they're built right there in Endicott. And I guess, when IBM was there. And so that's something that a piece of Southern Tier history is in space history, as far as going on and I think that there's a little bit of history, space history, from the Southern Tier in the Apollo missions also. I guess there's some parts that came out of the Southern Tier that were on the lunar module that landed on the moon. And so and that's one of the things I didn't realize until I was well into the service that I found out about that. And so it was really neat. I was just sitting there, and I was just like, wow, that's something. Did you nap? Oh, shoot. Did we do it again? What happened here? Let's see. The red stars, are they red because they are ready to burn out? Probably, because that was one of the questions they asked. The gentleman, or no, it was another guy that was he set up the one of the three. He's the one that set up the direction of looking at these stars, because I wanted to look through one of them, and I think they had one on Saturn. I missed the point of looking at Saturn. But anyway, I'm looking at it, and he asked the question, do you know why, which one's hotter, the red or the blue one? And we had asked that question. The guy that was outside with the laser pointer, he asked that same question on one of the stars. And one of the person, I'm thinking, I think it's blue, because I just remember from science, blue is hot and red is cold. And you're right. That's the one that's sort of burning out, is the red one. Our sun is, I think it's like, I don't think it's past the blue state or so. It's still a young. I think we still have a while before, because like 4 billion years, the sun's going to expand, and it's going to expand so big it's going to be consuming the Earth. Okay, that's just the natural process of the star. It's going to expand, and that red star is. You're correct in saying the red stars, they're in the process of burning out. And let's see, University of Buffalo hasn't observed. Okay, so you know they do. I'm gonna have to check that out when I'm up in Buffalo next time and stuff. That's good. See what I got to look and see what their schedule. But this isn't really the Copernicus Observatory is basically a place. They have 3 fixed stationary. While they move around, telescopes. These are some good sized telescopes too. So it's an observatory and stuff. So I would figure, the observatory has telescopes. A planetarium, it just has the shell to where they show you the stars. So I thought it was a planetarium, but it's an observatory because they have actual working telescopes and monitoring and stuff like that. Some of the pictures they've taken, they show up there. They're freaking phenomenal. Okay, Tina's back. Hi, Tina. You reset your phone. So that was a really good time, a good way to start the weekend. And then, like I said, Saturday, I spent most of the time playing Battlefield 6 with Wingnut there. He's over in Scotland, and we had fun. We had fun yesterday. We'll probably be playing it again this afternoon and stuff like that. We're playing that instead of PUBG Battlegrounds. And what a change it is to play a game to where you don't have to worry. You know, you get there's we're seeing a few things that there might be a cheat or something like that, but overall the game is a lot more fun and more engaging and stuff. And hey, Deplorable is here, coming in from Northwest Pennsylvania, right across the border from Olean, New York. How you doing there? How was your weekend, my friend? Good to see you here. Good to see you here. And love the flags there. Love the flags. And Deplorable saying, good morning to all. Thank you for being here. Not bad. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, we're just telling about my weekend and stuff like that. Well, my weekend started Friday. I make it start on Friday because I can. See, that's another thing. That's another thing, Liberty. You're retired. You can just say Friday, I'm starting my weekend, the 3-day weekend. You're retired. Why not? As far as it goes. My favorite thing in Buffalo was the old train station. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen pictures of it. Yeah. It's like walking back in time. Yeah. There's a place, when you say that, walking back in time, what comes to my mind is one time I visited down there in down in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Walk down the streets of downtown Lancaster, Pennsylvania. You feel like you're back in the colonial days. Let's see. Do they have events there? Events where? Oh, at the train station, I guess you're probably saying, as far as asking Deplorable. I would imagine it's a museum, so they're probably open to the public of some sort. The old train station, that sounds like it's a historical site as far as that goes. Oh, let's see, nothing there. Your current viewership doesn't meet the campaign's minimum requirements. Maybe I have to have 10 people on Rumble now. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. They do have parties at the train station, Liberty says. The crumbling statue out front is amazing. The crumbling statue? That doesn't sound good. Oh. I gotta plug this in. The power is coming out off on my tablet here. Just got a warning. Plug that in. Okay, that's been off. Oh, get that going here. Okay, so let's get started. I mean, I've been talking for about 35 minutes here about my weekend and stuff. At any rate, let's see. Rumble was acting weird today. Had to prove to be a human, then had to refresh a few times. I seen that on the webpage. When I click on Rumble now, they have a thing. I don't know if it's an extra layer thing. Maybe that's why I had to reset. As far as that goes. So, yeah, I saw that. As far as when I was firing up the computer this morning, getting on Rumble. So, the only thing I could think of now with the campaign, we have to have 10 people on Rumble instead of 10 people total now. I don't know why that is. Not sure why that is. Let's see. DDoS protection is my bet. Yeah, probably. Yeah. And then Liberty says, I thought it was because of my VPN, but it might be something new. Okay. You use a VPN up in Buffalo? I thought VPNs, you use those if you were overseas or something like that. But, and Deplorable says, yeah, I don't use a VPN. Yeah. I haven't had really a need for one, really. And Tina says, my daughter said also having problems with connecting at work. Yeah, there might be something going on with the internet, maybe. I don't know. I'd seen there was a couple times, I think this past, well, it might be because of the game server and stuff like that. That's on the game server. But I have noticed, I guess since this weekend and then this morning for Rumble, you have to, if you're on a browser, I see that checking as a human and stuff like that. And Liberty says my phone was a mess also yesterday. Oh, was it? Okay. Yeah, I did. We didn't have a problem with Tony D's broadcast and stuff. Okay, yeah, you blame that person over in Ireland. Okay, I won't mention that person's name. Deplorable. I think it's not worth it. The individual left the country, and it's just like, okay, just be over there, But the person is just, these people that say they're going to go overseas because of the current president and stuff like that. Fine, I have no problem with that. What I have a problem is once you get over there, you're just as loud talking bad about this country that you left, and I don't have any respect for those type of people. They're ignorant. Okay, they lose. Yeah, I don't give them any recognition. Okay, so and Liberty laughed at Deplorable's comment there on the Rumble, and Deplorable says amen. Yeah, and I say amen to that. It's like I don't give unless it matters and there's a concern and stuff. I don't bother with that person anymore. Along with I think there's another person that just left that used to be. You got to start on Roseanne. He was in the Ocean movies, Ocean 11, Ocean 13, 12, Ocean 13. I'm not saying his name either, So, and I thought he lived in Italy. I guess he's going to France. So I don't mention those people and stuff like that. They're they can do whatever they want. They, as far as it goes, and yeah, adios to them. That's what I say, Liberty. Happy trails. When in Rome, be like Romans. Simple things to do. Well, these people, double J's, they have simple. they try to make themselves more relevant here in the United States by saying, "Oh, I'm taking my ball and I'm going someplace else." Well, go, but don't these news agencies that project that and stuff like that. It almost boosts up their stat, and I think it's a crock. I think those people are okay. You have that right. I no problem, but I don't care of your rhetoric and your bad mouthing of this country that has given so much to everybody and stuff like that. That's what I don't really care for, and I won't stand for. So, is anyone really? No, no, and that's the thing. That's why I say I don't pay any mind to it. But you're reminded by these people that want to say, "Oh, they're over there." Well, who cares? Big effing deal, as far as that goes. And so that's how I say it. I understand. Sometimes I start. Okay, deplorable. And Liberty's laughing at that one. Okay, let's get this going here. Let's see. Currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York, we have a temperature of 53 degrees Fahrenheit. It was been pleasant. It's not really cold. We had a frost alert last Thursday and Friday, and but we're at 53 degrees Fahrenheit, 11 degrees Celsius. And let's see. Deplorable said, "Did you guys know the deplorable is a cutie pie?" The deplorables is a cutie pie. Okay. Okay. And Tina said reset didn't help. How old's your phone, Tina? I think you just got a new phone, didn't you? I think you did. So 53 degrees Fahrenheit, 11 degrees Celsius. And our weather here, it looks like it's a little wet out there this morning, but we got cloudy skies here in the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside. Some light rain will fall throughout the day, high of 54. So we're only going to get 1 degree higher than today. Winds out of the north by northeast at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Chance of rain, 90%. It's wet out there, so it's going to be cloudy. And given the fact that we had some really sunny days and all that. Oh, what else did I do? It was such a nice day Saturday. I went out and cut some limbs, some tree limbs and stuff like that as far as that goes. So that was pleasant as far as that goes. The sun rose this morning. It will be rising this morning in about 35 minutes. It's at 7:16 a.m. The sun will be rising here in the southern tier of upstate New York. It's currently 6:41, so about 35 minutes the sun will be rising at 7:16 a.m. and it will be setting tonight very quickly at 6:28 p.m. As far as that goes. And I'll get to that temp when I get to New York there, Liberty. Thank you. Our world times and temperatures as I speak, starting in Honolulu, Hawaii at 12:42 a.m. Clear skies, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Phoenix, Arizona at 3:42 a.m. currently there. Cloudy skies, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. In the windy city of Chicago, Illinois, 5:42 a.m. there. 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Passing clouds, little clearing. In New York City, the concrete jungle at 6:42 a.m. It's 6:42 a.m. here in the southern tier of upstate New York also. Be my radio voice. Cloudy skies down there in New York City, 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Liberty is letting us know that out there in the Buffalo, Niagara area, it's 47 here. Rain headed this way. Yep, I see that on the radar there. Speaking of which, we're talking about the weather. Let me go ahead and bring up the local weather here. That's what we're looking at for local weather here in the southern. It's almost like a northeastern. It's coming in, and we got weather coming in out Liberty's way. But 47 degrees Fahrenheit out there in the Buffalo, Niagara area, heading this way. Had to turn the heat on the other day. Yeah, our heater's been going on and stuff. And then down in central Jersey, where Tina's at, it's 62 for the high today. You got a good high there. We only going to go 1 degree higher than we're at right now, 50. So 56 for the low. Rain. Yep. I think there's rain throughout the Northeast. We got that. And you can see the clouds are coming from the east, going to the west. It's sort of coming up the coast there. So it's sort of like a northeastern as far as that goes. And so that's our current Doppler reading, thanks to Channel 12 WBNG. Full disclosure, I have no association with them. I got that in early. Continuing with our world times and temperatures across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean in London, England, London, UK. And we had a football game there yesterday. It's a football game. I was watching it yesterday morning. They had some great weather. While we're doing, I had it on the back TV here but I had it blocked out with a background of the Buffalo Bills old stadium that they're getting ready to vacate to go to the new one next season. But in London, UK, at 11:44 a.m., 57 degrees Fahrenheit. In Milan, Italia, it's still manja time for 15 more minutes. At 12:45 p.m. in Milan, Italy, it's lunchtime. It's cloudy sky, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. And over there in the country of India, where Double J's is from, but he's not there now. That's his home country, but he is in an undisclosed location in the southern hemisphere somewhere. We don't want to know, Double J's. But Double J's home country of India in New Delhi at 4:15 p.m. It's a little sunny with some clouds, 88 degrees Fahrenheit. And down in Mumbai, we got cloudy skies, 88 degrees Fahrenheit. In Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, we have it's currently 6:45 p.m. in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Thunderstorms in Malaysia, 81 degrees Fahrenheit. In Tokyo, Japan, at 7:46 p.m., clear skies in their evening, a little clearing, cloudy mixture, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And down under on the great continent, great country, and great friend and ally to the United States of America, Australia is in Melbourne, 9:46 p.m., cloudy skies with a little clearing, 55 degrees Fahrenheit. And over to the east in Sydney on the coast there, 9:46 p.m. in their evening, also cloudy skies with a little clearing, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. And those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. We have a thought for the day from Mr. H.G. Wells, a great American writer. Herbert George Wells was a prolific English writer who is often called the father of science fiction. And yes, he is. His early science fiction novels include The Time Machine, a 1985 movie. And that was a good movie. That's a good movie, which introduced the concept of time travel, earning him the title along with Jules Verne and Hugo Gernsback. Wells' writing career spanned. He wrote over 50 novels and dozens of short stories. And some of his over a span of 60 years and crossed genres, including comic novels and the social, and did a lot of short stories. Of course, we know him, War of the Worlds, and 1984, I think he wrote. That was, I remember reading that in junior high school, as far as that goes. But his thought for the day and his quote and our thought for the day. What's this? We got notifications. Okay. Goes as follows. If you fell down yesterday, stand up today. Let me read that again. If you fell down yesterday, stand up today. Well, that's pretty common. Or no, in a sense. If you fall down, you're going to get up and stand up, right? But you need to move on. And what did he mean by that? Let's see. You should not dwell on the past. This is what the meaning is. on the past failures or mistakes. Instead, you should use them as a learning opportunity and move forward with courage and resilience. And I'm in total agreement with that. I'm total agreement with that. You don't dwell on your mistake. You learn from them and you move forward and you move on to accomplish what you need to accomplish. Every new day is a fresh start, and I feel that way myself. Every day I start, it's a clean slate with a hashtag positive start to today, hashtag PSTTD to throw in that. But every day is a fresh start, and it's important to focus on the presence and future rather than being defined or held back by yesterday's setbacks. And what is it? Some people dwell on the setbacks as far as that goes. And deplorable city pumpkin roll. Okay, enjoy that pumpkin roll. And Tina says, yes, true. Yeah, I feel that is very true. I mean, that quote, along with a lot of other quotes that run parallel to it, I am in full agreement with that. As far as it's just a positive way to be. Don't dwell on past mistakes. And it's just like we can't go back and change things. You can go back and take a glimpse as far, well, how can I improve that? That's moving forward. So that's the way you should be. Let's see. Liberty says it would take me the next day to get up. Mrs. Lex out here. Yeah, I guess we're in that sort of category right now, Liberty, as far as that goes. And Double J says, good one, simply, but yes, very powerful. Yes, that is true, Double J's. Yes. It's I like those. They have it's a wow. It's simple, but it's boom. And that's what's so good about it. So thank you, Mr. H.G. Wells. God bless and Godspeed. Okay, let's see. We have a national day today. Let's see what our national day today. See what they haven't been as great. They weren't that great last week. We did have pierogies though this weekend, but not on pierogi day. They were pretty decent. They were store bought, but they were still good. The missus added some string green beans in there that made it good. Let's see. What do we got? We have National Online Bank Day. Nah. Oh, you like the pierogies? Yeah, pierogies. Let's see. National Kick Butt Day. Ooh, I like that. Make it happen. Kick some butt. Oh, that goes okay. No, okay. I know where you're going with your thought on that one. National American Day. Okay. It is still Columbus Day, I guess, if you're still doing that. Also, it's Indigenous Day today for the and also in Canada it's Thanksgiving, as far as that goes. And there we go. We got the I'm going to go with this Metastatic Breast Cancer Awareness Day, which we have to be aware of that. Cancer is a scourge, and it has affected me personally, directly years back. So I recognize as far as
Cancer sucks.
what's that?
Cancer sucks.
Yeah, cancer sucks. But we have to be aware of it. So metastatic breast cancer. I'm going to just say Breast Cancer Awareness Day. On October 13th, National Metastatic Breast Cancer Awareness Day focuses on an estimated, and this is far too many, 271,270 Americans are that's just Americans now, are diagnosed with the destructive form of cancer. Join us as we now show our support for everyone impacted by metastatic breast cancer. And that number needs to get down to zero. We have the technology. We have things in the works right now. I know that they're making great strides with cancer research, and we have to support those folks as far as that goes. And what's that? I got the shades going deplorable. Okay. And yes, prayer, love and prayers to those that are affected by this currently and stuff like that. And but we have we have great. We need to be aware of this as far as so hashtag Metastatic Breast Cancer Awareness Day. Um, Metastatic cancer is a stage. Oh, it's a stage 4 cancer invading all areas of the body. So this is a bad cancer then, folks. My cancer was contained to the prostate, so it wasn't, but if you don't have it taken care of, there could be some consequences. Let's see. We're still not doing anything with that. Okay. So everybody think about it today. And as far as that goes, it's a very concerning subject. And I'm in full support of it as far as that goes. Let's see. Liberty says it's Mr. Liberty's birthday. Well, how old is he, Liberty? How old is Mr. Liberty? And deplorable. I'm shocked there is an emoji for this. Oh, okay. And Tina says, wow, 5 times. 5 times. 5 times for 5 times to reset your phone. My birthday was yesterday. Oh, well, happy belated birthday there, deplorable. Let's see. Roswell Park is no longer taking independent health insurance. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. Oh, okay. And then Liberty says to deplorable, happy. Hope you enjoyed your day. I hope you had a great weekend. Let's see. I've discovered an AB ad each time I come back. Oh, that's on Twitch? Okay. Go to YouTube, Tina. There's no commercials on YouTube. And Liberty says Mr. Liberty is 66. Okay. I'm just a year older than he is. I'm 67. And but happy birthday to Mr. Liberty. I hope he had a good day too. Let's see. We have tomorrow and Thursday will be a full week of the Fireman Rich audio podcast over on Spotify. And just to make note of that, I do take this broadcast and repurpose it over on Spotify. Spotify is a really good platform. I'm really using it a lot more now that I discovered the actual Spotify thing, and I'm listening to quite a few audio podcasts on that. As far as people I listen to, actually going all the way back to the Audio Boo days of like 15, almost 20 years ago and stuff like that. So Spotify is a good platform. I like it. But we're on Spotify at Fireman Rich on Spotify. You can check out the program, the Fireman Audio Podcast. It's on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it's a live recording, and then I put it up immediately after I record it. So it's in the morning, and it's posted over there on X at Fireman Rich on X, as well as all those other fine social media platforms I posted on there. And you just Google at Fireman Rich, and you'll see where they're at as far as, or else just go to Spotify, go and at Fireman Rich on Spotify. And so we got that, and now we're going to go into the 100 years ago. And we're right on time, right up to an hour. I like to do if it's just under an hour, that's a good time to go ahead and do the history portion of the broadcast here. So we're going to go ahead and take down our scrolly thing here and bring up 100 years ago as of October 10th, which is a Friday. It wasn't October 13th. It was October 10th. Today is October 13th, which is a Monday. I'm just saying that so Liberty knows. I'm just having a little fun there, Liberty. Let's see. We got that there. Let's bring this back over here. We'll bring it up on the present. Stop it, Rich. Okay, I will. Sorry. I just having some fun. Thank you for indulging. And we have Captain Rehab coming in from the city of brotherly love, just in time for 100 years, Captain Rehab. Glad to have you here, my friend. I hope you had a good weekend. Let's get to this 100 years ago. And, okay, what happened? It didn't go. What happened? Okay, I got to bring it back up. There we go. Share. And there it is. Okay, there it is. We'll be right back. We'll go ahead and get this cranking. And good morning to the missus from Captain Rehab.
Good morning, Captain.
Okay, she sends you a good morning also back to you. Okay, here we go.
100 years ago today, it's snowing in Binghamton. All records of early snowfall at the local weather bureau were broken today when a series of snow squalls beginning last night swept over the city. Now there are warnings of killing frost tonight when the temperature is expected to drop to 28 degrees. An Endicott schoolboy was honored by the municipality of Atlantic City today. Howard Reeve won the 1925 Marbles Championship of the Triple Cities last spring and went on to compete at the National Championship tournament at Atlantic City. Today, a special trophy was delivered to him at the Endicott High School as a gift from that city. Annual community fair is being held today in the village of West Shenango. And finally, 371 new Americans have registered for night classes in English to be held at 4 Binghamton schools by the Department of Immigrant Education. That was the news, October 10th, 1925.
Okay, so it seemed like it was a pretty quiet time in the news 100 years ago. We had a snowstorm, 28 degrees 100 years ago today. Of course, they didn't say what. Now there's warnings of killing frost tonight with temperatures dropping to 28 degrees. Okay, we have that here, but that's in Binghamton. All records of early snowstorms at local weather bureaus were broken, so they don't say how much snow was there that fell. What happened there? They didn't say. Oh my! What the hell? I lost my my browser on my Surface 3. Maybe that's part of the online thing. Let's see. Endicott schoolboy was honored when he completed national championship in Atlantic City. What did he compete in? Oh, won the 1925 Marbles Championship. That's right. They still have that going on now. We don't have I don't think we have a current Marbles champion, but that's where the in Atlantic City. That's right. The national, and it still takes place there. And okay, Tina, see you later. Okay, I just see that, Captain Rehab. I want to change one of my picks tonight. I want to pick Falcons. Okay, instead of the Bills. Are you sure? Okay. Traitor. The missus is calling you a traitor. So he got a trophy for that, and then there was 371 new Americans was registered for night classes in English to be held at from the Department of Immigration and Education. So that's what happened 100 years ago today, as far as that goes. So let's see. Let's bring this back up and get back to the. So, okay, I see that. I want to put that up there. You want the Falcons, so I'll change it to the Falcons. Let me write that down. Change Captain Rehab's to Atlanta. Not Bills. You know what? That's going to jinx you. Bills are going to win, buddy. Let's see. And Liberty says, "What the hell, Captain? You're getting it from both the missus and Liberty here, Captain Rehab." Liberty shakes her fist at the captain. Yeah, I am too. Right here, you can see you. Well, he's down there in Philly now. Captain Rehab, okay. With I don't know. Everybody knows Captain Rehab is a New Yorker. Okay, he is a New Yorker. So I have to keep that. Captain Rehab's laughing. He likes to stir that. You like to stir that pot, right? What made you change Atlanta? I don't know. Atlanta. That's down in Atlanta too. So maybe that. I can understand your change. I'm going with Buffalo. I wish I would have made the change with the Giants. That Giants game. We'll be coming up on football here. I'm still calculating the things there. So the game last week we won't discuss. No, see that goes along with the the Bills fell last week. They got up. They're moving forward. They're going to get back on doing what they have to do. So today's thought for the day is pertinent to the Bills there, Liberty. Okay, what is it? You can say the Bills last week, they fell down last week. Now they're standing up today, and they're going to be winning tonight. So that's the way I look at it. Okay. I don't know what's going on with my Surface 3. The freaking browser won't come up. In other history, let's see. Let's see. Captain Rehab wrote a book. Let's see what he has to say here. Let's see. Let's see. Atlanta at home and Bills haven't blown out competition like Saints and Patriots, and I think Falcons are better than. I don't know. Maybe. I think the Patriots are better than the Falcons. They're not doing anything in their division. But then again, the teams are starting to rise, so you could be right. We'll see what happens tonight as far as that goes. And Falcons are better. I would say they're better than the Saints, but I'm not sure about the Patriots. The Patriots I think they're a sleeper this year. So, what the hell? I thought I started that. Okay, let's see. I got to restore that. In other history today, and then I'm going to go for a break. In 1775, during the American Revolutionary War, American troops captured Montreal under the command of the Continental Army General Richard Montgomery. So how come we lost it? Canada could have been part of the United States. Then President Trump wouldn't have the fun that he's having with Canada, saying they're going to make it the 52nd state or part of it. Let's see, what else do we have here? In 1971, the U.S. space probe Mariner 9 went into orbit around Mars, becoming the first spacecraft to orbit another planet. That was in 1971. And in 1982, this is something I want to see. I've only been to Washington once, and they didn't have it built then, but I want to see this the next time it's going to be a must stop to see. In 1982, because I visited Washington. It was I was there. They were just finishing it, I think. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial was dedicated in the National Mall in Washington, D.C. in 1982. And let's see, what else did we have on history? In 1792, the cornerstone of the White House was laid during a ceremony in the new capital of the United States, and that was Washington, D.C. Let's see what we got here. What do we got? Let's see. Captain Rehab's talking about football still. As a whole team, I think Falcons' defense is better than Patriots, but the two are close, and Patriots beat the Bills. Yeah, but the Bills are going to be on their game tonight. Hopefully. Let's see. What else do we got here? Anything? In 2016, Bob Dylan at 75 years old was in 2006. He was 75. So he's over 80 years old. Is Bob Dylan still alive? Let me check on that. Bob Dylan. Oh, he's 84. Oh, he's 80. Okay, he's in his 80s. Okay, that makes sense. Bob Dylan in 2016 at age 75 years awarded the Nobel Prize of Literature for having created new poetic expressions within the great American song tradition, becoming the first songwriter to win the prestigious award. Well, you know what I think about the Nobel Prizes now? They can kiss my ass. I'll say that here, because they had that. Not that the fact that I think just the fact that the current President Donald J. Trump, he should have got the Nobel Peace Prize. He more than well deserves it, and I mean, you look at the past recipients. The European Union got a Nobel Prize for what? What did they do? President Obama, I like President Obama in his first administration, his first 4 years. Second 4 years, wasn't too impressed. He is a president. He got the Nobel Peace Prize for what? They just posterity. President Trump actually did something, so I think he more than deserves it. So I'm glad to see Bob Dylan got that. That's good to have, an American in this category. I guess I don't know how long they've had that category, but I was really hoping that, but right now the Nobel Peace Prize, the Nobel Prizes right now, they can kiss my ass. They don't mean anything to me anymore. I mean, it's just as political as everything else that's going on. And let's face it, I'll say it right now. I think the people that are in political offices over in Europe, the majority of them don't care for the United States. They're actually facilitating the war over in the Ukraine. This is my opinion now. This is opinionated as far as that goes. By continuing to buy oil from Russia that is encroaching on, they've been fighting for the last several years with the Ukraine. You're feeding the beast, European Union. So they can kiss my ass as well. So that's just my opinion. And we'll leave it at that. I think if I said that during COVID, I probably would have got banned on YouTube and Twitch. So it's just my opinion, and as far as that goes, so there was a missed opportunity. So they don't have any credibility, along with those other people that I won't mention that Deplorable was referring to earlier here in the broadcast. So there's our. Let's see, anything in history more? That's it. Well, it was 100. Well, we're getting ready into. Well, we'll do that later and stuff like that. We'll do the sports after I get back from a break here, because we're right at an hour and 12 minutes as far as that goes. Liberty says they have the travel. Yeah, they had that. Yeah, I've seen that. I missed it a couple times here. I'm procrastinating on that subject there. Do you think 100 years ago guy was there in 1792? I don't know, Captain Rehab. I don't know. I'm not sure. Captain Rehab's laughing at that one. And Liberty says, I think when the king is out, William will be changing things. I don't know. Can the king change that? I don't think he can change. He might have some influence. I don't know. And Tina's back. Okay, Tina. Is Hal up? Is Hal... Let me see. Oh, he wouldn't be on Twitch now, would he? I'm not sure where he's at. Okay, let me put this over here on the this. I'm getting ready to go on break here for a few minutes, folks. I got to refresh my coffee, and as far as that goes, and let me see. Let me get this set up here. Let me see if I can set this up. Here we go. I always do that. I always spill a little bit out my side. Time for more coffee. I always drizzle a little bit. And Liberty says, "What it be, Tina? Glad to have you back." But we're gonna go ahead and take a little break here, and we will be right back while I go get some more coffee. So just hang in there, and we will be right back. back. We are back here for the Monday morning coffee for 10.13.2025. And I am Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich for the second half of the morning coffee broadcast here. Live from the southern tier of upstate New York is where I'm at. So good morning. We have a good activity in the chat here. And Captain Rehab says, we love Richard's dancing movie. Do you know that dance? You know what that dance is, right? That's the Trump. Okay? I like doing the Trump. And for Captain Rehab's interest there, do we have a Shabuzi report? No, do you?
Oh, no, I do not.
Okay, no Shabuzi report from the missus, Captain Rehab. She's watching the music. Okay, she'll let us know if Shabuzi comes on. Okay, that's become a part of the show. Is Shabuzi playing yet? I still have to listen to some of their music. Oh, that's good. Okay, we're back. We got a second cup of coffee here for the second half of the morning coffee broadcast here. Getting our Monday started, start of a new week as we're working towards the weekend, as I like to say, and to get going. And we're starting this day off on the right foot. We're going to be going for a walk here after the broadcast. What, is it raining out right now?
I don't know.
It's wet. It depends. If there's a lot, I don't like walking with the umbrella. So if there's a few raindrops, I can handle it. But let's see. I'm sad the Super Bowl halftime show this year isn't Shabuzi. Yeah, I think I would love to see Shabuzi. I don't plan on watching. I'm going to be watching the Super Bowl, but I've already planned on not going to be watching the halftime. That's the thing. I'm at odds with the NFL.
I've never heard of the guy playing.
Yeah, I haven't heard of him, but what I won't say what little. I've been hearing a lot about this the halftime act. I'm not pleased with it, to be personal, to be right out. Yeah, I know who it is, Captain Rehab. I don't want to mention that person's name because I have no idea who that is. Lots of laugh. I'm getting old. Yeah, you're getting old. There's a lot of music acts. I don't really, I listen to, classic rock and roll and all that. And there's some new stuff from some artists that I know, but I don't go searching for unless they come on, say like probably the Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll is probably the last guy recently here that he's probably the newest guy that I've listened to, and I love his music and stuff like that. As far as the newest artist that for me, and he's been around for a while too. So that tells you something. I don't really, but the NFL halftime show for the Super Bowl halftime show that NFL decided to. I think they do that on purpose just to spark controversy. So I will not be watching the Super Bowl. I probably will. I don't know. I'm against it. I don't know. Supposedly this individual that'll be doing he says that I need to learn Spanish. No, you're coming into my country. You need to freaking speak English. All right.
He's not even from this country?
No, he's not.
Really?
No.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah.
So.
The missus and we never heard of him until he came. It was like, who the hell is that? I mean, we have some great talent. I would say bring who would be great? Shania Twain. No? I think she played the Super Bowl, I think she played one. Who's that? That's what's her name? I can't think of her.
Carrie Underwood?
Huh?
Carrie Underwood?
No, the one that she's married. She's going to marry the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh no.
Who's that?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
That would be
Taylor Swift said she will never do a Super Bowl, but I would much rather see Taylor Swift than this bozo that they got. So I don't know his music. If I don't know his music, I know if I listen to it, I probably won't like it. It'll probably be something controversial. underlining that the regular people won't know about. So, NFL, Super Bowl halftime, like I said about the Nobel Peace Prize, you can kiss my ass. That's just as a viewer, okay? This is the United States. I know we're venturing over into Europe for the football and stuff like that, but this is the United States, and it should be an American act. I guess I guess he is from the Americas. He's because but the if it's the United States of America, okay. Um, I don't know. It just boggles my mind and stuff like that. The Super Bowl, they were getting their act, or the NFL was getting their act together. But this pick is probably the worst pick they could have. I mean, what happened to the days when we had like Bon Jovi? We had who is it? Michael Jackson, Bruce Springsteen. I think even I'm not a Bruce Springsteen fan, but. Well, I like his music, but I don't like. So it's one of those things. Oh, he's not an American. He was born in Puerto Rico. I think people born in Puerto Rico, he's an American citizen. Then I think he has dual citizen. I think it's one of those things. Okay, I didn't know where he was born. I thought he was down in South America or something like that. Okay, he's from Puerto Rico. Okay, see, that's why I don't know jack about this guy. So I shouldn't be. I'm not going to be too critical. But from what I've heard of him so far, my first impressions are not very impressive. No, it's a Commonwealth only. Oh, is it? Okay, let me see. Let's see. Puerto Rico. Let's see. People born in Puerto Rico are they U.S. citizens? And it says yes. People born in Puerto Rico are U.S. citizens. Puerto Rico is defined as part of the United States, and those born there automatically acquire U.S. citizenship the same way as those born in 50 states. The citizenship is granted by the Jones Stafford Act of 1917. So they are U.S. citizens. So he is a U.S. citizen. So I stand corrected. That I thought he was not. So and it did say anything about a Commonwealth. Pennsylvania is a Commonwealth. I'm not sure. Let's see. Is Puerto Rico a Commonwealth? Is Puerto Rico a Commonwealth? And that is correct. Puerto Rico is officially known as the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico. Okay, so we're learning something about history or geography, but the term can be misleading. Legally, its status is more accurately defined as an organization in an unincorporated territory of the United States. But this guy is a U.S. citizen, so he has every right then to. Okay, so I was mistaken. I'll take that back. He is a U.S. citizen. Hey, Tony D's in the house. The missus says, good morning, Tony. Glad to have you here. And salute to you, my friend. Hashtag positive start to the day. And the missus says, good morning to you. And Liberty says, good morning. So, but like I said, okay, so he is a citizen. But as a citizen, you're telling me to learn Spanish? I take offense by that. I just don't like that. The United States of America. We're multi-diverse, but the language that we should be speaking here is English. Okay, it's a worldwide common. I mean, they probably. Liberty says he's not an American citizen to me. Okay, that's your preference, but I would say he is an American citizen. Okay, because he was born in Puerto Rico. I'm not going to argue that. That's a given. He is an American citizen, so I'm not gonna say he's not. It's just like the person that deplorable was mentioned. That person, those people that leave the United States, they're still American citizens. I'm not gonna argue that. There's no argument on that in that. So I respect that very highly, Liberty. So I know there's some you may not like it and stuff like that, but it's one of those things. I don't like the fact that people can burn the American flag, but they have that right. So I'm not gonna venture there as far as that goes. So. Let's see. Tony saying hi to, let's see, catch up on the comments here. Let's see. Saying hi to Tina and Liberty saying hi to Tony. And Double J says it's special relation, but Puerto Rico have no voting. They do vote. No. You better check that again. They can vote. They vote in the election. They have a congressional representative for Puerto Rico, Double J's. Okay. It's just like some of some Guam and they're not states. They still have representation as far as that goes. Let's see. Just to make sure. Oh, I stand corrected. Residents of Puerto Rico who are U.S. citizens cannot vote in the U.S. presidential general election and do not have voting representation. I thought they did. Their voting rights are limited by the U.S. constitutions, which only provide for full representation. Okay, I stand corrected, Double J's. You're right. I'm wrong. I did not know that. You are correct in saying that. Very good, sir. I learned something. I did not know that. They are U.S. citizens, but they're restricted to where they can't vote in the. I did not know that. Wow, that's mind blowing. Wow, how come I didn't learn that in school? Tony saying hi to Double J's, and let's see. Okay, he doesn't act like one. I'm correct. Yeah, yeah, he does. I don't really care for the fact that he's telling us we have to learn Spanish. I'm not learning Spanish just to listen to your freaking music, dude. So you can kiss my ass. I'll just leave it. And Tony saying hi to Captain Rehab, and Double J's is saying hi to Tony. And back, let's see. Tony gave us a weather report here. Where is it? Let's see. Yeah, Puerto Rico is not one among the 50. Yeah, they tried a couple times, but for some reason, I think it was the people in Puerto Rico don't want it. I think they like their special status. They're part of the United States, though. Okay, there's no question of that. There's some great. It's a great culture too. I like the culture, especially go down to New York City, man. They just like. Okay, let's see. Let me look. Tony had a weather thing. Let me see where is that? Oh, there it is. Tony D's weather. He's coming in from Warner Robins, Georgia, and it's 54 degrees Fahrenheit. 81 for the high, 54 for the low, and clear. Thank you, Tony. Great. Thank you for that. Gave us a weather update there. So, okay, so we're past the NFL. I probably have it on. I'll look at it, and it's just like, okay, whatever. We've had some controversial, but they could have done better. Okay. It's just I think it's appeasing to the younger viewers of the NFL. I'm just learning about Jabozzi there from Captain Rehab. So what do I know about new? I don't know Jack. I really don't know Jack unless now am I going to go out of my way to listen to some of this guy's music? No, because his first impression doesn't lead me to want to listen to his music. Now Jabozzi's another thing because the missus listened to him. Is it one person, Jabozzi? Jabozzi.
Yeah, it's one person.
Okay, one person. Because she started listening to Jelly. When did I start listening to Jelly Roll? 2 years ago. You started listening to him.
I think his breakout was a couple years ago.
Couple years ago. That's the latest new one. Along, other than what's her face that's married to Trevor, going to marry Trevor, the Kansas.
Oh, yeah, she's been around a while.
Who? What's her name again?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
She's been around a long time.
I probably listen to her music, but I don't realize it's Taylor Swift, and it's like, okay, that's cute, but it doesn't pop at me. Jelly Roll popped at me when I listened and I look at he is. I would love to see Jelly Roll. Could you see Jelly Roll doing a Super Bowl halftime show? I could see him doing it. He's got some good music. And
Relatable.
huh?
He is
Relatable, yeah.
His music is
And Double J says, yeah, my brother in Houston always gets mistake for Hispanic and spoke to in Spanish because of his skin and doesn't even speak a word. Yeah, I can see that happening. Okay, Liberty, we'll see you later. Have a great day. Take care. Be safe. Thanks for being in the broadcast. Have a great Monday and the rest of the week if we don't see Wednesday or Friday. So thank you for being here, Liberty. Coming in from the Buffalo, Niagara area. We appreciate it. Happy birthday to the I didn't say better hat. You're Mr. Liberty. You can't say that. But I could see that happening, Double J's. That's when people are ignorant. They don't take the time to see, okay, and those are the people that do that, Double J's. Those are people that haven't been out of this country. They don't travel around to get educated in that education that you can't get in regular school and stuff like that. That's why I cherish the most the time I spent traveling when I was in the service. That in itself was freaking priceless as an educational experience, meeting people from other cultures and stuff like that. So I could see that very easily happening and stuff. Myself, I could tell the difference as far as that goes. Those are people that just they're narrow-minded. Because let's face it, Spanish is predominant down in the southern portion of the United States, especially in Houston. Very strong Hispanic population down there, Spanish Americans and stuff like that, and we appreciate it. And they're great Americans as well, and it's a great culture and stuff. And that's what's neat about the United States. We got everything around the world, so to speak. And Double J says, yeah, that's true. Traveling is good for the soul. Good for the soul, exactly. I've had my fill though, because and I'm just glad I had an opportunity as far as that goes. Let's see. Let's move on to sports here. We got some sports going on. We've had the league champion series. We only had one baseball game this weekend. The league championships are set. You got the Mariners and Blue Jays. Mariners beat the Blue Jays 3-1 yesterday. They play again today at 5:03, and then the Dodgers and Brewers will be playing tonight at 8 on the national side. So play today and tomorrow, and we'll check back Wednesday, see what the status of that is. NFL, well, we had week 6. It went off. The New York Giants started off Thursday night, beating the what happened over here? Let me see. What's going on here? Okay, we're back. Okay, we got sound. Okay, for the NFL week 6, the Eagles lost to the Giants on Thursday night, and then yesterday morning the Broncos they ended up winning against the Jets. I thought the Jets were going to they looked like they were going to come back on the second half, so that was a close game, 13-11 over there in the UK. Upset, I think. Well, no, I think the Jaguars were. I don't know what the betting line was on this game, but Seahawks they beat the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars are supposed to win. And Chargers and Dolphins. Chargers won 29-27 against the Dolphins. Rams beat the Ravens. That was expected. The Ravens, they're beat up. I think they're out for the rest of the season. Cardinals ended up losing to the Colts 31-27. That was a close game. Cowboys got beat by the Panthers. What do you think about that game, Tony? Are you still there? I know the Panthers are Tony's team. I don't know if anybody picked the Panthers. I gotta update the chart. We'll be presenting the chart Wednesday for who's up, who's winning. I think CBS is still in the lead though. Continue with the football scores. Patriots won against the Saints 25-19, and the Steelers beat the Browns 23-9 as far as that goes. And Tony ended up saying, yeah, Cowboys Panther was one hell of a game. I can imagine that. Yeah, that was I'm looking at the box scores this morning, Tony. That surprised me. They ended up winning. What was the breakdown of that? Let's see. They tied the first quarter 3-3, and then Cowboys went up with 2 touchdowns. It was 17-13 at the half. Carolina got 10 points. They each scored a touchdown in the third quarter. It was the fourth quarter. Oh, there it is. Dallas only was able to get a field goal, where Panthers ended up getting a touchdown and a field goal, 10 points. So 30-27. Oh, wow. That was a good game, I guess. Let's see here. And moving on with the Patriots and Saints, Cleveland. Okay, Cleveland lost to the Steelers 23-9. Titans and Raiders. I thought the Titans were going to win this game. Raiders won 20-10. And Tony says Rico Daldo got 31 fantasy points. You said that yesterday in your show. Bell Kings Fantasy Football. And Bell Kings Fantasy Football, folks, is every Sunday morning when we get together at about 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's Tony D's broadcast. You did talk about that guy yesterday. Yeah, that's your guy. That's your guy right there, Tony. You were talking about we were talking about him yesterday. How you were talking about him when you were drafting him and stuff. So let's see. Broncos won against the 49ers. I lost that game. I thought the 49ers were going to win that game, but Broncos. Michael Bathurst, who's also on Tony's broadcast as a guest commentator, I guess, or speaker, or whatever. He likes the Buccaneers, and he was saying that Buccaneers they're kicking it. Packers beat the Bengals 27-18. Chiefs won against the Lions 30-17. I went to bed early, so I didn't watch the game. Of course, tonight is Bills and Falcons. Just so you know, Tony, Captain Rehab, he changed his pick last minute to the Falcons. And let me see the picks. Let's see. I have the picks here. What did Tony pick for tonight? Let me see. I got to check to see. Now, I picked Buffalo. Tony. He picked the Bills. Okay. And Captain Rehab, he's changing his to the Atlanta Falcons. He thinks Atlanta is better than the Saints and New England and the Bills now. So he changed his pick as far as that goes. And let's see what else. Of course, we also have another Monday night game, the Bears and Commanders. I think I picked the Commanders. Let's see. Did I pick the Commanders? Where's my picks? What week is that? Oh, I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. But anyway, we'll see what happens today. And I'll calculate and present Wednesday what the win-loss is and stuff like that for as far as that goes. So there we have that. Okay, so we're learning quite a lot here on this episode of the Monday Morning Coffee. I have a second cup in hand here. And let's see. We've been out for an hour and 44 minutes. Man, what's it look like? I might be able to get a walk in if the rain stays out. I might have to carry an umbrella. All right, let's check the local news here to see what's going on in the southern tier of upstate New York. Full disclosure, I have nothing to do or any affiliation with Fox 40, which is the Fox affiliate here in Vestal, WEBO, which is here in Owego, WNBF, which is in Binghamton or in Binghamton. That's a radio station. WBNG, CBS affiliate in Johnson City, Channel 34, which is up in Binghamton. The Whale, WAAL, I think they're in Binghamton. WENY, which is out there in Syracuse, or out in not Syracuse, out in Elmira. I have nothing. That's an ABC affiliate. I have nothing to do with them. Channel 18, which is the NBC affiliate out in Elmira, nothing to do with that. Penny Saver, they're offline. So they got maintenance going on there. So we're not getting anything from the Penny Saver today. WKGB, nothing, no affiliation with KGB. That's Binghamton's Rock 92.5. Or up there in Buffalo, Country 106.5, WYRK. And W Power 93.7, WBLK. And you probably wonder, why do I say that all the time? It's just to make it clear that I have no affiliation other than presenting what they have on their particular web pages that shows you something about the southern tier of upstate New York that I'm very passionate about. As far as this is where I live, this is my home, and I like to share that with you. And they have some unique articles, so that's what I like to share. And I want to make full disclosure that I have nothing to do with them. And if I have an opinion, it's my own opinion, just to set the record right. So that's the long spiel, the disclosure of saying I have. No, it's long and winded, but I feel better saying that, because then nobody can say, well, he says you. No, I don't work for them. And I'm going to nip that in the bud. So let's check Fox 40. What do we have in Fox 40? Path Through History Cemetery. No, we don't want to do that one. I'm scared of going to the cemeteries. I don't know why. There was a death last week of a Union Endicott football player who made it to the NFL. His brother is a renowned what do they call that? That fighting that they do now in the cage. So we're gonna bring this one up. And this football player is Arthur Jones, who passed away last week, and he played with the Ravens. And let me bring this up here. No, we don't want that. We want the next button. There we go. And we'll see what this. His high school honored him. So let's go ahead and bring this up here. There we go. Okay.
Thanks, Brooke. The Union Endicott football team is honoring alum Arthur Jones by wearing his number on their helmets in games in the upcoming weeks. Jones was one of the top players to come through the program, earning all-state honors during his time at UE. He was known for his dedication, spending countless hours with the team, and continuing to give back through donations even after graduation. Many remember him for his positivity, faith, and the genuine care he showed for others.
He was a man of faith. He could light up a room with a smile. So everyone gathered around him because he was genuine and cared. His presence will be missed. He meant a lot to UE football and to the community.
Tonight, we'll hear from team members about how they're remembering Jones and the legacy and lessons he's leaving behind.
So there it is, the high school coach giving honors to a former player that he coached that made it into the NFL. That is something as far as that goes with the Jones' life will not be forgotten, for his legacy continues to live on. And then the one thing the coach said there, he lit up the room with a smile, and that's one of the things that the folks from the NFL remember most about him, that he was a very charismatic type of individual. So God bless and Godspeed there, Arthur Jones. Okay, let's see what else we have on Fox 40. And I think that's it. Yeah, okay. So let's go to WEBO. Let's see. Let's see. Anything on WEBO for the local? Not seeing anything. Okay. Let's see if they got anything on the national. WEBO is a radio station here in Owego, New York, and let's see, what do they have for New York news? Anything? No, just garbage news. What I call garbage. It's a regular rhetoric that's on every day here. Let's see, the national. Nothing in the national thing. Okay. Let's see, WNBF. Let's see, what do they have on WNBF? Not seeing anything here. Okay, let's try okay, they got another one on Arthur Jones here on Channel 12. Let's go ahead and bring this one up. And see what they have to say. Union Endicott football mourns the death of alumnus Arthur Jones.
Last week, Union Endicott alumni and NFL athlete Arthur Jones died following a medical emergency at his home in Syracuse. 12 News' Daniel Curran spoke with members of the UE football program to learn about his impact on the team and the school.
Arthur Jones, a Super Bowl champion and Union Endicott graduate, died last week at the age of 39. This week, the Union Endicott School District is grieving after losing someone who meant so much to their community.
He was a man of faith. He could light up a room with a smile. So everyone gathered around him because he was genuine and cared. His presence will be missed.
Before graduating in 2005, Jones competed on the school's football and wrestling teams. He later attended Syracuse University and spent 7 seasons playing in the NFL with 3 different teams.
He's a great role model for anyone, football players, or for just being a great person, in general. So, living and playing, and doing everything that you want to do with great heart, great desire, and just using great effort in all aspects of life.
Players on the UE football team will wear a sticker with his name and number on their helmets for the rest of the season. They say his success is a reminder of what Tigers can accomplish.
Art was the epitome of what UE football represents. It's all about legacy, and so for his stories to be told almost 20 years after the fact of him graduating, it just shows how much of an impact he had in our program.
A lot of people don't get the privilege to have someone like him to pass through their own school and to have, someone to look up to like that. So I think it's a really good thing. Yeah.
Head football coach Tommy Bellino says even after his graduation, Jones was always willing to make a difference through his time, donations, and connection to the school. In Endicott, Daniel Curran, 12 News.
Okay, so there's another article from WBNG, Channel 12, and as far as the death of Arthur Jones, which took place last week up there in Syracuse. Again, God bless and Godspeed, Arthur Jones. Okay, let's see what else we got there on Channel 12. And we were talking about today's National Day. What is it? Metastatic breast cancer. Here's an article on breast cancer awareness that from WBNG. We'll go ahead and bring this one up and see what they have to say.
Who have breast cancer, one stride at a time. As 12 News' Brian Melanson reports, the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk looks to provide a supportive community for breast cancer survivors and those currently battling the disease.
A sea of pink had overtaken Mirabito Stadium on Sunday all in an effort to promote breast cancer awareness.
We are walking in honor and in memory of our loved ones that have either lost their battle to breast cancer or are fighting or are surviving from breast cancer.
Prior to the walk, a mobile mammogram van on site provided screenings or scheduled what could sometimes be life-saving appointments. Attendees also got to hear inspiring words from a breast cancer survivor. One of the organizers, Cindy Delaney, tells 12 News just how important it is to stay on top of your health.
Being aware, being proactive, getting your monthly mammograms will save your life. It could be the smallest lump. If there's anything different, you need to go and get checked. Make that appointment.
Hundreds of walkers, from survivors to family to those currently battling breast cancer, all came out to show support. Delaney says the community's involvement has been overwhelming.
The support is wonderful. It is such a community-oriented event. Everybody comes out. Our sponsors are phenomenal, very supportive.
The event also serves as a fundraiser, having already raised over $50,000 to support programs like Hope Lodge and Road to Recovery. In Binghamton, Brian Melanson.
Okay, so there we have breast cancer awareness walk at the stadium there where the Rumble Ponies play at, and we're saying about the NFL halftime how the NFL is not really. I don't really care for NFL with their halftime show. NFL they put on. They fully support breast cancer awareness with the pink. They wear the pink and stuff like that. So that's great. That's phenomenal. And I'm all for that, full support. Having dealt with the cancer situation myself, not just prostate cancer. I had skin cancer. I had a chunk cut out over here with skin cancer. So it's cancer, it just affects everyone. It doesn't care who you are and stuff like that. So, hopefully, I don't know if it's on my lifetime or whatever, but I hope there's a total cure across the board of cancer. And they're making some great strides. I want to try something here. I need to take a still here. Let's see. Let's see. I got to take a screenshot. Okay. Let me try this one more time here. What I'm taking is a screenshot of the read ads. I have 12 people, and all these campaigns are for 10. So I'm going to post this on my X account, going to Rumble. If Rumble's listening to me, hopefully they, let me put this in okay, I got that. I can show them the numbers. I've got, it says I got 12 people, but all these ads, they say, they're saying that your current viewership count doesn't meet the campaign's minimum requirement. I've got 12 viewers. All these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 ads. They say minimum viewership's 10. I've got 12, now 11, but I've been over that. So why can't I use that? You have that there. If I can't use it, don't give it to me. Give me an option to turn it off. I'll just click the other two tabs there. Any rate, let's see. Anything else on WBNG? Let's see. What are we coming up on time here? Yeah, we're coming up on 2 hours. So let's see what else we have here in the news for WBNG. Anything? And I'm not seeing it. I am not seeing anything. So let's go ahead. WAAL, same as WNBF, nothing there. Same articles, just a different channel. Channel 34, Binghamton homepage. Anything there? Nothing there. Nothing pops out. Oh, here's something on Copernica. Let's see if this comes up. This is where we were. Oh, it's no audio. It's just a readout. I'm not gonna. We've already mentioned about car. Okay, scratch that. Okay, I thought there'd be a video on it. Okay, let's see. WENY out in Elmira. And we have nothing out there. Well, there's another thing that I'm pretty passionate about, and they had a thing this weekend, I guess, to raise money for awareness, and that's the awareness of Alzheimer's. So let's go ahead. This is off of WENY, WENY, the ABC affiliate out there in Elmira, and I try and keep up, and I very support Alzheimer's and dementia awareness. In that aspect, that both my grandmother and my mother, they had complications with this that they had. Yes, I know that, Double J's. Yes, I realize he got there last night. Yeah, I'm aware of that as far as the goings on there and stuff like that. Thank you. Let's see, the awareness walking to end. And hopefully they're getting strides with for ending Alzheimer's, which is good. So let's see what this one's about.
Well, hundreds of people gathered in Eldridge Park this morning for the 2025 Walk to End Alzheimer's. WEMY's Scott Brubaker was at the walk and tells us why the event is so important to families of those dealing with the disease.
So being able to see our programs and service managers here talking about the work that we do, seeing everyone who's on a journey with this disease coming together, learning that you're not alone, there's these resources that exist. And so it's a massive support group, really, and it's also a way to see where your dollars are going when you're fundraising, to research, to advocacy, and having programs locally.
1 mile. That's all it took to help raise money for the Alzheimer's Association and create a conversation about the disease in the Elmira area.
Thrilled for all the support because it does go towards support programs in the community, research certainly because we're all looking for a cure for this terrible disease, and just really supporting all of the people that are going through this journey with Alzheimer's disease.
For many, the day is about more than just raising money and awareness. It's about connecting with people going through a similar situation. Sarah Hall is participating in the walk for the first time. She says it's a great way to build a community.
It's kind of uplifting to see all the people that showed up and are really working towards this cause. I did speak with a couple people, and it's nice to hear other people going through the journey. Not nice, but to have camaraderie there.
The event wasn't limited to families affected by the disease. Anyone was welcome to come and show their support. Throughout the walk, people could be seen holding these different colored flowers, whether they were here to show their support or they lost someone to the disease. Each different color represents each person's different journey when it comes to Alzheimer's. Volunteers say they see a great reaction from the community for the event every year, adding they hope it brings awareness to one day find a cure.
Definitely have been able to talk with some of the community members themselves, hear their stories with Alzheimer's, with dementia prevention, and a lot of the community organizations that are active in the prevention space have been here today too. So there's been a really good opportunity here to start to break down some of those silos of care in our area, which is great.
In Elmira.
So there you have it, Alzheimer's awareness, a great cause, as well as cancer research. And we need to be aware of these diseases to battle them and to eradicate them as far as that goes. And again, Alzheimer's has hit me directly because I've had loved ones, my grandmother and my mother, pass away with that dreaded disease, and it's just it's not a good end to one's life and stuff like that. So it's good to see that people are supporting this and contributing to it as far as to eradicate this particular disease, along with cancer. Those are the two scourges of this earth that I would love to see end in my lifetime. But we have to still fight. You still got to fight and press on with that. So, okay, that's a great article there from WENY, and appreciate it. Again, full disclosure, I have no affiliation. I just feel like I have a need to say that. Just to let's see, what else do we have there? We're going to have to wrap up here shortly. So I think that was the only real good article that came from there. Let's see, Channel 18. We have. Oh, here's another good organization on Channel 18. We're going to go ahead and go to this one here. Let's go ahead and there's a golf tournament that let's see. Let's bring this one up. It shares. It's from an organization supporting. Well, let's start it, and then you'll see what it's about.
And the Horseheads Fire Department hosted its 17th I Should Have Taken a Frickin' Golf tournament today at Soaring Eagles Golf Course. Proceeds from the event will be donated to the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. The foundation helps families of first responders pay off mortgages, donate to local charities, and helps homeless veterans. People say it's a great organization and has local impacts.
We've got families in Binghamton that have benefited from this organization. They're doing plenty for homeless vets and all kind of first responders, paying off mortgages and loans, and it's just a wonderful organization.
The first year of this event had 3 teams, and this year there were 28.
Okay, tunnels. What do we got here? Hang on. The Horsehead Fire Department, local volunteer fire departments are always good platforms to support causes, and in this case, they supported the Tunnels to Towers. It's not only a great organization; it's a fantastic organization because it helps those veterans as well as first responders that when they have a devastating injury from those professions, especially the military, the family's worried about, geez, we're going to still have a house over our head. So they end up going out and they actually pay the mortgage. They pay off the home so they don't have to worry about that anymore. They do it to first responders. And the organization Tunnels to Towers, the founder of that organization, his brother was a firefighter in New York City. And his brother was at the I think it was the Holland or Lincoln Tunnel. That's why they got the tunnel. He got out of his car or something. They ran from the tunnels to the towers to take part in trying to take care of the damage and all that, which was, we know what happened now. But he passed away. So his brother started this organization called Tunnels to Tower in honor of his brother who died on 9/11 to help first responders, especially those that served down in during 9/11, to take care of some financial needs that may crop up if there's the death of that particular person. It's a great organization. And again, along with our cancer awareness, our Alzheimer's, Tunnels to Towers is a fantastic organization. They do good stuff. I see their commercials, and it's not a bunch of bull. It's truly a great organization. So as far as that goes. So, and like the gentleman said, it helped people here in the southern tier of upstate New York, the Binghamton area and stuff, as far as to take care of that. So it's a great organization. Oh, let's see. What else? It's nothing there. Penny Saver, they have maintenance going on. Let's see. Let's go to KGB. KGB. Yeah, the from what I've been hearing, Double J's, they're already releasing hostages as far as that goes over there. And you made the statement that Trump is in Israel, so he's over there. He's going to, I guess, he's supposed to speak in the Knesset, and I guess that's their version of Congress. And he might be over there. He might be, after he leaves Israel, he might be going to Egypt to sign a peace agreement between Israel and Hamas, I guess. As far as the ending of the Gaza, it might be a significant ending to the Gaza war, and maybe be able to have the United States, along with several other wealthy countries on this blue marble we call the Earth, help and clean that shithole of Gaza and make the place a better place for the people of Gaza to live. Okay. So they are releasing the hostages. I think they started as of last night, I believe. And I think there's some... Yeah, it's a done deal. He has already spoke. Oh, okay. I didn't realize he spoke at the Knesset. Thank you for that update. Okay. So it is, you got the impression it's a done deal. That's great news. That's good news. I'm glad I heard it from you, Double J's. Thank you very much. And so it's definitely going to be a signing in Egypt. That's great. I haven't turned on the news at all stuff. I usually turn it on after the broadcast and stuff, unless the missus catches something, but she wasn't really watching the news this morning. So that's great news. Great news there. Thank you, Double J's, for that update. I appreciate that, my friend. Let's see. Anything else? Nothing there. Nothing KGB. Nothing up in Buffalo either, I guess. Big thing is Buffalo Bills play the Atlanta Falcons down there in Atlanta. And we'll see what happens with them tonight. Be watching them tonight. And I turn off all these. And I guess that's about it, folks, as far as that goes. And we're going to wrap this up. We've been on for 2 hours and 11 minutes. So, God, it just feels like I just got here. I guess I get into that groove of conversation with you all in the chat. And as far as speaking to the people that may be watching this on the replay. So, but we're going to go ahead and wrap up here and get our day started. What's it look like out there? It's okay. The flag is we got on the telephone poles out here on the road. We got flags. The American flag is out there. So the American flag is waving. So we do have some wind. The flag is, this tree is blowing, but the big tree next door isn't. So it's between 5 and 10 miles per hour, the wind. Oops, sorry. But looks cloudy. Let's see. Let's get a check of the update of the weather. We still got rain in the area. I don't know. It's I'm over where it says Owego. That's where I'm at. So there's rain coming in. So I may not be getting a walk this morning. I'll have to walk up and down the staircase to upstairs or something like that. So we're going to have a rainy day today. So, but I want to, let's see, we'll move this to there and we'll get this down to there. And let's go ahead and I want to say thank you to Tina, our Jersey girl, for being here. Thank you very much for being here, coming in from Central Jersey. And I want to say thank you, Double J's. Thank you very much for being here in the broadcast. Greatly appreciate. Also appreciate the input, my friend. Thank you very much as always. And a great contributor in the chat, and I mean that, my friend. I owe you a coffee if I ever hook up with you. I don't know if you drink coffee, but I don't know if I'll be traveling to the Southern Hemisphere anytime soon, though. But be safe, my friend. Again, thank you for being here. Greatly appreciate it. I want to also say thank you to Liberty. She came in from the Buffalo, Niagara area of New York State. Thank you for being here, Liberty. We had who else did we have here? We had Liberty. I think who came in after Liberty? We had Deplorable. He was on Rumble with Liberty, coming in from Northwest Pennsylvania, right across the border from Olean, New York. And you're saying, what the hell? Where's Olean, New York? Well, have you ever heard of St. Bonaventure's University? That's where University of St. Bonaventure's is at. It's a New York State. It's not part of the state. It's a private college, but it's a great college. Let's see. After Deplorable, we had, let's see. Looking. We had, who do we had coming next? Oh, Captain Rehab. Thank you, Captain Rehab, coming in from the city of brotherly love. A fellow New Yorker. I can call you that. You know why. And he was born and brought up here. He's more of a New Yorker than I am, even though he lives in Philly. He was born here. I was born in Minnesota. I'm a transplant. But thank you, Captain Rehab, for being in here. And let's see, who else do we have here? I'm going down the list here. Captain Rehab, and then I think it was Tony. Tony D came in. Thank you, Tony, my brother veteran, my good friend and fellow broadcaster. Thank you for being here, coming in from Warner Robins, Georgia. And finishing out, we have Double J's here. It just happened a couple hours ago, so it's fairly new. Okay, but I appreciate that update. That's good news. It's a great way to start the week there with that news that you just dropped. And Fireman Rich stopped by to give you a shout out. Hey, Ted Hicks. Ted Hicks. I can't bring that up, but thank you, Ted Hicks. He's over on the Fireman. I see. Okay, I saw that. I saw that on the tablet here. He came up on the tablet. Thank you. Battery's slow. I got to plug that back in, or else I'm going to lose power. See, I do monitor he's on X Live. Stop by to give you a shout out. Thank you, Ted Hicks. You were missed yesterday during Tony's broadcast, Belt Kings Fantasy Football, Ted. So thank you. You have a safe day down there in the city as far as that goes. But thank you, Double J's, on the news there. And you're saying take care. Have a great week ahead. Catch you in the next. Yeah, we'll catch you there. I do appreciate you being here, Double J's. Greatly appreciate that. And let's see. I got a chunk of family in the U.S. If I visit, surely we'll meet up with you. I would like that. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool, Double J's. I would love to meet you and stuff like that. Yeah, okay. And Mrs. getting ready for cleaning, so I got to exit stage left here. And but thank you very much, Double J's. Greatly appreciated. And I guess with that, that's it, folks. I'm Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Rumble, as well as at Fireman Rich over there on X. That's my mainstay for posting on social media platforms. I am also on a host of others as far as posting, as well as a host of other live streaming platforms, as you can see. Just Google at Fireman Rich and you'll see, including X, where else I'm at as far as posting and stuff like that. But thank you very much. We're going to see if we can get a walk in this morning. And you all have a great Monday, wherever you may be, and a great week. We'll see you Wednesday. Audio podcast tomorrow. Check out X at Fireman Rich or Spotify at Fireman Rich. And as well, we'll be back Wednesday for the Wednesday morning coffee. So you all have a great Monday. We're working towards a weekend. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. Thank you very much, everyone in the chat. Ciao for now.